get on your level. Waiting on that one that could just switch up the flow.
Yeah. It's time. The dynamic duo in the building. Here I am. That's my theme song. If y'all want to get a copy of it, hit me up. I'll ask Earl if we can release it.
That's the new Shaft. That's the new Shaft.
What's going on, everybody? Everybody tuning in. Good to see you. All the people coming in to the Real Talk podcast with your boy, Mr. Chicago, and
your Chicago fly guy.
Y'all see I'm representing my man LeBron James tonight because history is about to be made. We will talk about that later. But let me tell you guys something. This weekend has been off the chain. From appearances to getting honored. Your man, Fly Guy, and your man, Mr. Chicago, we got inducted into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. Yes, we did. We got inducted. And if you guys are watching on Facebook Live, IG Live, you might see my kicks. I got my LeBrons that I got in 2019 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Never hit the ground, never been worn. Look at this. I can lick the bottom, but I won't.
Oh my God.
And everybody knows
Gym
I am
Shoe Creek.
Yes, I am the man that loves gym shoes. That's who I am.
Those are sharp gym shoes, brother. I would wear those.
I know you.
Those are ice.
It actually matches his shirt. The shoes match, but you can't have them. They're too big for your little feet. Got him.
We got jokes. I got big hands.
Okay. So what's up to everybody tuning in? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Afro Princess. I am Sharia. Everybody tuning in. Thank you so much. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're going to get it going because time always seems to fly when we're on here having fun with you guys.
That's because you with the Fly Guy.
You caught that pun.
Hey, brother.
The Fly Guy. So, guys,
so Sim, what does it mean for you? We talking about we were inducted into the National Black Radio Hall of Fame over the weekend. And yes, we were. And it's an honor. Our community has expressed that they're very proud of us. They appreciate the work that we do because not only are we personalities in front of the microphone, but we're philanthropists outside of our profession. And so this is the 5th year that we're in the Be Symbolic Scholarship Golf Outing, giving young deserving student scholarships as they matriculate into higher ed. I've been mentoring young people for 27 consecutive years, unwavering for Chicago's next generation of Black boys who are bold and born to win.
You've been mentoring kids the same as my age?
Brother, yes. I could have mentored you. I could have babysat Sim.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, yes. That's why he's sitting there with the Fly Guy. He under my wing. So... But yeah, man, so it's an honor. So Sim, talk to us and tell us, what does it mean for you? I know what it means for me, but what does it mean for you, brother?
Well, first of all, let me do this. I want to do this in front of the world and everybody. I want to give my brother, Fly Guy, oh, that look good. I want to give you a celebratory cigar.
Thank you, my brother.
From the people at Ralph Cigars on Taylor Street. We have celebratory cigar. Cheers.
Cheers, baby. 2 kudos.
I would have brought Earl one, but Earl don't smoke, y'all. Earl don't smoke. So I got a t-shirt for you though, Earl. So what we're gonna do is talk really briefly about this. What it means to me is this: to be honored, to be recognized is a feat in itself. It doesn't matter who it's from, where it comes from. When people appreciate the work that you're doing, and whether it's community-wise, whether it's business-wise, when people recognize you for that, it is a huge feat because people are the ones that make this happen. So to get the honor of being inducted into the National Hall of Fame for radio, it was an honor. And for me, it was a real big honor, Earl, because they not only nominated me or put me in for the podcast and the radio, they put me in for acting and motivational speaking and my philanthropy as a community activist as well as Fly Guy. So it's one of those things where when you think the work that you're doing is unnoticed and someone really notices it on this level, so it just feels real good. I feel blessed. I thank God, and the best is yet to come.
I agree, brother. I echo everything you said. For me, it's about my legacy. Um, my children, grandchildren, my nephews, nieces, when they go to the National Black Radio Hall of Fame Museum in Atlanta, there is their uncle's name. There is my name. And so as we celebrate the life of my great grandmother, who was a legendary blues singer of the 1940s, she was inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame in May. And I feel like she's smiling down upon me because I'm carrying out the legacy of our family. I'm keeping our family name going. It's recurring. And so the work that I'm doing is not so much for being noticed, but the fact that people acknowledge you, they see you.
Yep.
It feels good to know that your name is being spoken in rooms that you've yet to enter.
That's right. And I got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
What size is that shirt?
This shirt is a large.
I'm gonna need that shirt after the show is over.
You know
Because
you wore XL.
You wore. I'm a large. Don't do that. I'm a large. All my shirts are large because I like to be slim and sexy. I like my muscles to show.
All right.
I want that shirt. I'm wearing that during Black History Month.
Watch out. Be careful. Diddy might be out there.
Oh, come on, man. It's too early in the show for this.
Just saying. I'm keeping it real. This is real talk, baby. I always keep it real.
Let me tell you something about Earl and everybody watching. The internet is undefeated. I got to tell you guys this story. So, of course, I hear about the Diddy situation and what's going on, but some of the things that people come up with, like the funny stuff about it, is hilarious. So you know how they've been talking about the baby oil. And so then there was something talking about there was something special in this baby oil that people were getting like temporarily paralyzed and couldn't move.
Paralyzed.
Yeah, like they couldn't move. Like they couldn't move.
In the baby oil. So how are you getting paralyzed when you rub it on your arm?
No, listen, whatever you
just go numb.
This Diddy, he got billions of dollars, so he probably had some concocted in the lab.
So he has Johnson make a special oil for him.
Look, man, let me tell you.
I'm just asking.
But let me tell you my story. So somebody sent me something that was on the internet, and it was Batman and Diddy, Earl, and Batman says, P. Diddy, I'm gonna arrest you. And he goes, you can't arrest me, I'm the diddler. And he goes, the heck I can't, I'm Batman. And then P. Diddy, the cartoon, threw some baby oil on Batman. And he's like, what the heck did you just throw on me? And why is my whole body going numb? I said, wait a minute. And Batman fell over with his butt in the air. I said, what are you doing?
Oh, my God.
Dude, I'm telling you.
So where was Robin?
Robin was minding his business. Hey, look, Robin didn't even want to be in that arrest. Dude. But it's just,
jokes.
Hey, we got to find some fun and laughter in this stuff. But anyway,
I guess. But man, early voting began on Tuesday, the 21st in Chicago community. So everybody, please get out and vote. We told you early on we were going to talk about the election. November 5th is only 14 days away. It's very important and critical that everyone comes out and vote. Turn up, turn out, show up, and show out. Cast your VOTE, cast your vote. Sam, what is it looking like in your communities? Like where I live, the line off the chain. Like people coming from wheresoever.
You definitely live in a good neighborhood.
So your neighborhood don't look like that.
Man, I ain't seen nobody at the polls, and I drive down the west side every day.
But you saw them at that freight train.
Oh my God, man.
They can't come out and vote, but they can toss TVs off the freight train.
I'm so tired of your cousins. And what makes them think, Earl, in this world, when you have all of this video, ring cameras, you have cameras on the street lights and all of this, what makes you think that you're going to hit a freight train in broad daylight and get away with it and then try to sell the stuff on the web?
Well, they're not smart because, first of all, electronic devices have serial numbers. That was a freight train carrying inventory. That inventory was accounted for. So they know what was on that train. Yeah. As odd as it might seem, people keep track of inventory.
Definitely.
So those televisions, if it were Apple products and cell phones and computers on there, Apple can track anything. If you break in the Apple store and steal cell phones and laptops and Mac notebooks and all of that, they can track that. They can track. It's just like Find My Phone. It's just like that. So it wasn't a smart thing to do. It was a very unfortunate thing to do because once again, it gave a bad rap to the West Side. It showed the West Side to look as stereotypical as people joke. Now, we make jokes about it, we laugh about it, but we talking about our community.
And it's
so are we laughing at the community or are we laughing with the community? That's the question.
I'm not laughing at all because everybody know I'm from the West Side, fly guy from the South Side. He already think he better than me. So now this proves the point. That's why his shirt better than mine.
Well, I think, you know, I think it's unfortunate because we have to realize when people are laughing with us and not and laughing at us, there's a difference. When we hear people in politics say Chicago is the worst place to live, when we hear people right here, African Americans, people that look just like us, and they don't want to drive down Madison and Pulaski.
Yeah.
But you know what? They don't want to go over on Wilcox.
But I'll say this: it's equally as bad on the South Side as it is on the West Side. I will say that because
I think it's equally bad everywhere.
That's what I was about to say.
The West Side has the city of Chicago beat.
I don't know. I'll let you have that one.
I haven't seen where they robbed the Amtrak train.
Well, they ain't got no Amtrak trains on the South Side. That's why they ain't being robbed.
I haven't.
Trust me.
And then I was told, a CPD officer told me that was a setup.
Probably
that happens, that the train, you know, because you have to switch drivers, so the train stops conveniently in a particular area.
Oh, so you're saying that the conductor, whoever's driving the train, was in on
inside
it.
Job.
I can believe that.
Inside job. But they don't realize when they threw them, you know, televisions are made real slim. It ain't like that old Zenith from Polk Brothers that you used to have in your dining room when you put the coat hanger in and you say, move 2 steps to the right, hold it right there. That's it. Earl, don't move while I watch Good Times. So it ain't that type of TV. So when you throwing it off the train, if it hit the ground, the television is broke. So when you open it, it's in a million pieces.
Yep.
Not smart in any facet. So Simbo, in a couple of months, we are coming into the exciting holiday season. Brother, are you ready?
What do you mean in a couple of months?
In 2 months, it'll be December.
But next month is Thanksgiving.
Week, okay, so next month is Thanksgiving, which is Black Friday, and leads into the 1st of December. Thanksgiving is November 28th. That's the end of November. 2 days later is the 1st.
Right. It's
only 30 days in November. I'm just hoping you keep up with me with this math. I said 2 months. So now I'm giving you the countdown, bro.
But it's less than 2 months.
Okay. We'll go with that.
It is. No, but it is.
But are you ready,
but Christmas is exactly it's almost exactly 2 months away.
It is.
Because once we get to Friday, which is the 25th.
That's it.
2 months. You're right.
Are you ready though, brother?
I mean, I'm always
ready. Are your pockets fat?
Nah, don't worry about my pockets.
Are your pockets fat? Budgeting versus splurging. When is it okay to pivot? Is it okay during the holiday season? Do we stick to our guns? Do we fight it? Do we stick to the budget? Or do we splurge? You got that girl and she need that Tiffany set, $400. The charm bracelet, the necklace, all of that.
Well,
in addition, I ain't done.
Okay.
In addition, she gotta have that holiday look. She need that festive dress. She need that front lace weave, and she need nails done.
She gonna need to go drive some Uber or something.
So I'm just saying, brother, it's the holidays, and then lastly, it's New Year's. You got to go out and celebrate. You gonna pop champagne? You don't drink Cooks, so I know you're getting something a little bit more in price. In my price range, I'll say. So
don't laugh at me when I tell you this, Earl. I got a bottle of rosé in my refrigerator right now that I plan to not open until the New Year's. So that's one expense I don't have. I already got that.
You saving your rosé until New Year's. You gonna save that. So you're telling me you ain't ready to splurge?
No. So what I'm telling you is this: I want to give a shout out to Ralph Cigars. I want to give a shout out to my man B Crosby and Bo Deal with the Shy Signature brand. Make sure you get yours. Go to shysignature.com. And I want to give a big shout out to IntellectualRadio.com and iHeartRadio and Earl the Other Winfrey for always making this possible. Because without Earl and Intellectual Radio, we would not be here right now on this platform. So I'm so thankful for that. And when it comes to splurging, I'm gonna do like the old people used to say, God dog it, Christmas is about Jesus.
Okay. And you does that mean you ain't buying no gifts? What does that mean?
I might buy a couple.
Jesus gives.
Yeah, exactly.
So you ain't buying no gifts.
But Jesus ain't spending all his gold and silver.
So what advice would you offer that listener that is straddling the fence and like, you know what? I'm a sacrifice. I ain't gonna pay my rent, or I'm not gonna pay my
Okay,
car note
let's rewind.
because this is
Do
what we're
what you
talking
can.
about. We talking about budgeting
Exactly.
versus splurging. So that's a real situation.
So I'm gonna talk about budgeting. Do what you can. If you can get a nice gift or two, you do that. But if it comes at the cost of you not being able to pay your rent, a place to live, it's cold in December in Chicago. If it comes to you not being able
But
to
it's
pay
hard
your
to
car
evict
note,
people.
yeah, so what? But still, you got to eat, you got to pay your car note, you got to get gas, you have to take care of everyday life things. So if it comes to you not being able to do the important things, I would say make sure you budget. Now, if you could go ahead and splurge and you know you're gonna get another check right then like the week or two later and you can catch up, do what you do. Ball out. By all means, ball out. I balled out before. I remember my sons wanted a PS5. I was like, you ain't getting no PS5.
How much is a
A
PS5?
PS5 at the time when I got it, it might have been whatever, but I paid $700 for it.
Okay.
So I was like, you're not getting that. Point blank. But guess what Mr. Chicago did? He got them a PS5.
And that's all right.
Exactly.
But so you splurged.
I
So
did.
so
But
financial
I
literacy.
splurged. I had did a job and I got paid, so I was able to pay for it without being broke.
And that's good, brother.
Mhm.
But when it comes to financial literacy in our community, we don't often get that. And so when we look at budgeting and what that means and staying and living within our budget, there's a such thing as the 10-10-80 rule. You give 10%, whether that's to a charitable organization, whether that's to your church, whatever, you give 10% because we should all be committed to a cause greater than ourselves, whatever that
Facts.
is.
Facts.
And then we save 10%.
Mhm.
So that's 20, right?
Okay.
And then you live off of 80.
Okay.
So that's living within your budget. But typically, for most African Americans, especially, I'm not going to talk about other races, I'm going to talk about my own. We got the $300 LeBrons. We got
those.
I'm just saying, brother. I'm putting the price tag on them. We got $300 LeBrons. We got $200 Jordans. Our kids want PS5s. We want our wives and our girlfriends want the latest, whatever that is, as far as a purse or a shoe, whatever. Nothing is inexpensive. Everything is expensive.
True.
So helping people understand how to manage your money, especially during a season when you feel compelled, you feel obligated to go above and beyond what you would ordinarily. You don't even do for people on their birthday a lot of times what you do for them at Christmas.
That's true.
And so it's just important that everybody lives within their means and that everybody gets on a budget. And within that budget, I guarantee you, if you save that 10% and live off of that 80 for the majority of the year, by the time you get to the end of the year, you'll be able to splurge.
There you have
That's
it.
the learning lesson in this.
Lesson
That's the
from the Fly
takeaway.
Guy. Save 10%, live off 80, and you will be able to buy what you want for Christmas for those people you love.
And give 10% to a cause. Give 10%, whether that's your time, whether that's your talent. Give to the Ronald McDonald House. Give to something other. Seriously, organizations and charitable causes are important. Give to what?
So Fly Guy Earl, I always do the motivational speaking, right? And I don't know if you guys seen recently, I've been doing this thing called Simeon Says or Simbo Says. And I did one where I went outside and I hugged the tree.
Okay.
And I said, Simbo says, hug the tree. Don't you feel better? So I got my buddy Pete. What's up, Pete? What's up, Devin? What's up, guys? Yes, I hugged the tree today. I did hug a tree today, and it made me feel better. Why? Because Simbo says, hug a tree. It's nature. It'll make you feel good, and it'll stop you from slapping somebody. So hug a tree.
Oh, my God.
And I did not raise my leg when I hugged the tree. Pete.
And Simbo says, save your money. Don't splurge your money.
Ralph Cigars in the building. on the podcast. Tune it in. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all, brothers.
Now,
So,
as we talk more about the month of December, Simbo, Mayor Brandon Johnson said he is ending the migrant issue 12/31/2024. Migrant issue is ending. Homeless people will have to compete for 6,800 beds in shelters. How homeless people gonna compete for beds? This is Brandon Johnson talking. Brandon Johnson said homeless people will have to compete for 6,800 beds.
He said that out of his mouth?
Shelters.
Did he say that out of his mouth?
He said it at a press conference.
Because I didn't see that press conference. All I have to say is that's ludicrous.
It is.
That's crazy.
After 2 years and $2.5 billion spent, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson announced Monday that the city's migrant mission would effectively end December 31st. The city's migrant shelter system will close as we know it, and both migrants and Chicagoans experiencing homelessness will have to compete for available bed space under an umbrella system designed to address housing needs for anyone in need. And then further down, it goes to say, under the transition, anyone with housing needs will have to compete for 6,800 available beds.
So now you're telling me crime is about to go back up.
So, well, if that's what's going to be the end result of this,
if people
if you're homeless
and don't have, if they're homeless,
so it's first come, first serve.
If they're homeless, don't have no money, and crime is going to go up. So first come, first serve. That means that at the shelters, they got to get in line. And when you get in line, you could be standing in line, and by the time you get to the door, all the beds could be filled, and then you're stuck outside.
Exactly. But what are you going to do with people in January when it's 40 below and you're saying how is somebody homeless in a competition? Why are they not just being helped? So this goes back to Brandon Johnson not being prepared to be mayor.
Yeah.
That's not being equipped, because you've been mayor long enough to have put a program or a process in place for the migrant issue. It's no escaping this.
At all.
He did this a disservice.
Yeah,
you were going to put people over in Pilsen in that contagious area that you knew was contaminated, but you were going to put those people over there and have them inhaling fumes that was toxic. Now you're saying they're going to compete for 6,800 beds. Is 6,800 beds really a lot in comparison to the number of people that's homeless? What kind of math is that?
It's not. This is why you're watching Intellectual Radio, the podcast, the Real Talk podcast, where we talk about real things, real life issues, and real things going on. We laugh and we have fun, but these are some serious things that are happening. So we have to be conscious about it. But the thing is, it can put a lot of people in danger, because we know homelessness brings about crime.
It brings about crime, but homeless
crime, and it brings. But not only that. People are homeless, man. People they have nowhere to sleep, they have nowhere to go, they don't have food to eat, and it's just one of those things. The humanitarian in me, I don't like seeing that. I want to see everybody have what they need in order to survive in this world.
But I guess the problem I'm having with it, brother, I respect what you're saying, but the problem that I'm having with it is you're saying it's a competition.
I'm not saying
not you.
Oh.
But he's saying it's a competition, like it's a drawing.
That's crazy.
Like these people have another option.
That's crazy.
So if they don't get this, they have a plan B. They don't have a plan B. It's like competing for the B symbolic scholarship. You know what I'm saying? If I don't get Simeon and Flat Guy scholarship, I can go apply for the Jackie Robinson scholarship. It's not. They don't have options like that.
Yeah, right.
And so your provisions should be more structured.
You should be more assertive. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
It's the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
So it's very unfortunate. I think Brandon Johnson has just notarized why he's a one-term mayor.
You heard that from the Fly Guy. These are the opinions of Fly Guy, not Simeon.
Those are the opinions.
I don't have been saying this. No.
Yeah, he's scared. He called him a
Earl
liar.
Went here last week.
He called him a liar last week, but was afraid to say he was a one-term mayor.
He
lied.
I said about something he said.
Yeah.
I did. I'll own up to that.
Do you have confidence in him, Simbo?
Man,
you think he's coming around for round two?
Read the.
Is he coming around for round two? Answer the question.
I don't know. I can't see. I'm not Cleo.
I think
Read the
Brandon
letter.
Johnson got something on Simeon Henderson.
Man, he ain't got nothing on me. Read the
Person
letter.
to person.
Because we have special guests, a couple special guests coming in for you today, and Bo Deal and Mel Robinson from the movie Tyrant 1 and Tyrant 2. And we're going to do a little interview with them and talk about the new movie that's going to be premiering next month right here on the Real Talk Radio, Intellectual Radio. Let's get
So
to this
two
person
tyrants
first.
are coming to Real Talk tonight.
Yeah, and actually 3 because I was in Tyrant 1, so I'm a tyrant.
Real Talk,
I'm not
person to person. What's up, Real Talk? This letter comes with much concern regarding America's upcoming November 5th election D-Day. D-Day, they calling it. Although the election is 13 days away, I have to admit I'm still undecided as to who I should vote for. I have heard so many narratives about each candidate that I don't know what to believe and what not to believe. I have heard things about Vice President Kamala Harris as to how she served as a prosecutor. I have heard some disparaging things about Trump and Project 2025. It's become very confusing for me. I have never been undecided as to how I should cast my vote this close to an election. I'm hoping you guys decide to read my letter in an effort to provide me a little more clarity on the issues surrounding Project 2025 and any viewpoints you can offer about Vice President Kamala Harris. I really appreciate you taking the time to further educate me on the political climate. Maybe someone in your listening audience has the same concerns. Real talk, please help. I'm stressed beyond measure. Voting should not be this difficult. Sign, willing to exercise, but in need of a trainer. Wow. So,
do you think that's a white person?
I don't know who it is. It don't matter. They listening to us and they got confidence in us, so we're gonna give them us. So
Well,
I think
we can't break down the whole 2025.
you can't break it down, but you can give them 2 or 3 bullet points. First of
we'll
all,
give you a
I
couple
would
bullet
say
points.
Research Project 2025 is a 900 plus page document
Huge.
that talks about really setting the country back. And the impact of Project 2025, if it should be implemented, is going to be on minorities. It's going to be about Black people, brown people, and women. It is also in position to strip Americans of Social Security. If Project 2025 is implemented, you won't have any Social Security. And the last thing I will say about it is the immunity phase. So if Project 2025 is implemented, there will be no justice done for police wrongs. So we all watched George Floyd get killed by Chauvin on national television. If Project 2025 had been implemented at the time that George Floyd's life was taken, Chauvin would not be in jail because immunity would be granted. If Project 2025 is implemented, Donald Trump is going to give immunity and pardon all of the people responsible for the January 6th insurrection. So that's a little bit about Project 2025. It's to help white America, it's to help the rich, it's to help the wealthy, it's to keep, once again, Black people in a position of oppression. It is not to move the country forward as it pertains to Kamala Harris. You asked about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is for the people. She's by the people. She's for women's reproductive rights. She's for helping education. Donald Trump has said he's going to close the door on education. He's going to try to repeal affordable health care. Kamala Harris is for affordable health care. And so she's a humanitarian. Donald Trump is all about self. And so I encourage you to go on and look all of these things up, all of these bullet points that I've just dropped and all these gems I've just given, and look them up and read deeply into them for yourself so that when you go to the poll on November 5th, you can define where you fit into the Project 2025 equation. You have to insert yourself in that.
You have to go and look for yourself so you can see these things that we're talking about, because you need to be able to see with your own eyes and hear with your own ears and not just listen to what someone else is saying. You have to sometime go for yourself. All right. Thank you so much for writing in. We thank you. We thank everybody watching. What's up, TVT? I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thorough, all you guys. It's been real. It's always real, and it's just one of those things where we talk about these things because it's what's going on in the world. If you guys have any questions, any thoughts, or any comments about it, you can call us at 708-223 8953. Anybody watching, you can call in live right now at 708 223 8953. It's in the description. So you guys can ask us. You can say hi. You can ask us questions. We want you to call in. We want you to be a part of this because we are here for you, for the people. All right.
And I would love to hear your thoughts on Project 2025 or whatever you have in mind pertaining to the upcoming election, the candidates. We don't vote for people just because they're black. We don't vote for people specific to their gender. We vote for people because what they stand for speaks to our conscience.
True. True.
That's why we vote for people. And so, Simbo, are your guests ready?
So guys, while we're waiting for our guests, Mel, the Total Gent, and Bo Deal, if you guys are ready, you can, I ain't calling in to with a Lakers jersey on. I'm wearing this jersey because of LeBron James, not because I'm a Lakers fan, guys. I'm a LeBron James fan, so that's why I'm wearing this. Male, I'm wearing it because I'm a LeBron James fan. So
And that's all
and
right.
tonight, so while we're waiting for them
While we're
to
waiting for their
tune
guest,
in,
Simbo,
can
tell
I
me this. Oh,
go
you
ahead?
got
No,
go ahead, bro.
No, tell me what. Tell me what.
Tell me this.
He say,
Is self-checkout a thief's paradise? Honesty,
I ain't
policy.
gonna even lie. You ever stole something at self checkout?
No, I have not. No, I have not. So a self-checkout is a thief's paradise.
It
You
truly is.
tap every other thing. You scan every other item.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Earl, I cannot make this up. Last week, I was in the restaurant. A white guy was sitting back. I was waiting for my food. He came and sat back, and he was just looking real shifty, right? He pulls out a beef jerky, and he goes, "Man, I just got this from 7-Eleven. Do you know how much you think they charge for this?" I said, "I don't know, probably $3 or whatever." He goes, "Man, $2.50." He said, "Man, I just put it in my pocket and walked out." I was like, "What?" The white man just admitted to stealing. But here's the kicker. And then he proceeds
And them the
to
people they don't look at in the store.
Exactly. Then he proceeds to tell me, he goes, "Yeah, when I go in the grocery store, like Costco or something, you know those little immunity shots?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "I'll take a couple of those, put them in my pocket. Hell, I just spent $200. You know what I mean? Don't you do that?"
So
I'm
he
like,
feel obligated.
"Yeah,
He
but look,
feel like he's
but
justified.
but listen, he gonna say, Earl, he gonna say, 'Don't you do that?" I said, "Wait a minute. First of all, no, I don't. Because you might be the police trying to get a brother.
It's a setup.
It's a setup." But this man, I could not believe this man was just telling me how he just stole and how he steals. And I said, "You gotta be kidding me." So the answer to your question is the checkout is a thief's paradise. Yeah.
Self-checkout.
Look, scan, dip. Scan, dip. So yeah.
People scan every other item. So it's self-checkout is supposed to be for expediting the line. So if Simeon in front of me and he got 40 items in his basket, he got kids galore. And then he got to get stuff for the house. He got all kind of food in there. And I only got 2 items, just fly guy. I got a pack of chicken wings, maybe a loaf of bread. So I go to self-checkout. Self-checkout is supposed to be for that purpose, not for you to scan every other item. So some people been scanning stuff and running out. People been putting stuff in their bag. Then they act like they forgot the receipt. When they get to the door, they don't want to show it. Somebody even said to me, if you use self-checkout, should you get a discount in the grocery store?
What?
You should get an employee. So he said you should get an employee discount because you don't work at the grocery store. But then you got but then you also had the option to not use self-checkout. You can go to the clerk. You just got to stand in that line behind Simeon. Right. No, you're right. I have had that experience happen. But what I do when I go to self-checkout, so they try to charge you for bags. Always no bags. I take as many bags as I want, but I never scan every other item. So I think that there you go. That's why I said, is it a thief's paradise? I think that people load up their cart, go to self-checkout, and they still only paying for half of the items. They only, it's half, if that. So self-checkout really is not the best service for the business if you're not profiting off of everything that's going through that people are.
What they're losing from people stealing does not equal what they're saving in wages.
Right.
Exactly.
So in 1998, I was a political science major. I did my senior thesis on the slow but steady elimination of middle-income America. And I talked about how organizations and companies were downsizing, using robotics, using technology, even in 1998, to get rid of jobs and increase the company's bottom line. And then, from there came the great migration of jobs to India, to China, production going to China, all of those different things. And so companies are only thinking about profit. And so if you look at the wage that you pay a person per hour, right, and then everything that comes along with that, and taxes that you have to pay, payroll taxes, et cetera, I don't think they're losing that much from people stealing than what they're saving from not having to pay people that wage, number one. And number two, they got it to the point now where there are all types of cameras and people checking it out. I think when it first started, there was a lot of thievery, but now I'm seeing people get caught up in the store, trying to not pay for everything, and get arrested.
My boy, hey Mel, my boy Leon Rogers said it's easier to steal at the self checkout, and price swapping is easier. So you can, he said price swap, which it is, but
Leon would know. Leon would know.
Hey. So everybody, the guy that just tuned in with us, this is Mel Robeson, aka the Total Gent. That's my brother, and sometimes other partner in crime when it comes to film and business. We'll tell you guys about the business part later. But Mel, I'm glad to have you on here. I don't know if Bo Deal is going to be able to come on, but I know you can talk extensively about the movie Tyrant 1 and Tyrant 2. Definitely Tyrant 2 is what we're focused on, because you guys have the premiere coming up November 16th, which is bad for me because that's actually the day I go to Spain. But it's all good. I'm gonna miss that, and I'm gonna miss the Fly Guys induction into the
Monarch Awards.
The Monarch
2024 Monarch man.
He said, "Look." Leon said, "All y'all done stole before, so stop capping." I ain't gonna lie, Leon. I ain't never stole before. Wink, wink.
Right, I ain't no thief.
So Mel,
I ain't gonna lie. Leon stole my Nike socks out my gym bag at the gym, dog.
Hey, Leon and Mel.
He stole my Nike socks.
Leon, Mel, you see these vintage that came out in 2019. I got them in Las Vegas. Never touched the ground yet. LeBron's. Y'all know.
I don't care about no LeBron.
But let's get into it, brother. So the movie Tyrant 2 is coming out. Tell us the role that you played in Tyrant 2 and your affiliation with the film.
The same role I play in Tyrant 1. I had to go get my hat.
I saw that.
The same role I play in Tyrant 1. My character's name is Keith. He's the right hand of Smoke, who is played by Bo Deal, who happens to be the writer of the film. And the Tyrant 1 is a film about a guy that gets out of jail. His son is in the street life like he was when he was out of jail, and he's trying to make a better way for himself and his son. And I try to keep him in the streets. So in part 2, I play the same role, but you see more behind the scenes. If you haven't seen part 1, go see part 1. It's on Tubi, over 18 million streams on Tubi, #1 film on Tubi for a long time. I die in part 1. So
who killed you?
Spoiler alert.
Who killed you?
You should have seen it by now. It's 18 million people. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, it's like talking about Game of Thrones.
Exactly. Right? Everybody's seen Game of Thrones, right?
But there are a lot of flashback scenes of me in part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy part is that the film had so much success that we were offered a deal to do a 6-part series as well. So we've already filmed the pilot episode of the series that will be released in 2025. So it's hard to believe that we just released this film in April and it's already November and we have part 2 coming out.
And we shot the series. I mean the pilot episode for the series. And yeah, thanks to rewrites, Big Ricky got killed in part 1.
It wasn't a rewrite. I wrote the scene that got Simeon.
That's a rewrite. It wasn't in the script.
It wasn't a rewrite.
It was a right end. I'm sorry. Thanks to the right end. So Mel wrote the scene that I got killed.
Draft of the film.
Yeah.
It made it all come together. You needed to die, bro.
Did I? Why is that? Why did I need to die?
You need to get killed off.
The story is nobody gets out. This street life is gonna come back to you. This is not.
Yeah, that's true.
This is not a film just for entertainment or to show black people killing each other.
Yeah.
This is a film that illustrates, what you do has a boomerang effect.
Yes, sir.
Right, and it's gonna come back to you in one way or another, whether it impacts you or it impacts your family.
Yep.
So, is it entertaining? Yes. Does it have a hood edge? Absolutely. But did it have a message to it? It had a message to it as well, and so does part 2.
Yes.
So you get back what you put out there.
Hey, look, somebody said, "Am I my brother's keeper?" And said, "Not Mel, not if Mel write the script, not if Mel write the script."
Man, listen, it was a good write. Everybody
It was.
That saw it was like,
no, it was dope. Hey, look, and I died well, and I was able to choreograph my death.
That's awesome. I'm glad.
So Mel, let me ask you this. So there's going to be a premiere screening of the movie in November, and there's 2 showings. One is already completely sold out. Do you guys have any? Are there any tickets left for the first show?
There may be some tickets left for the 3 p.m. screening. The 6 p.m. screening sold out in less than 20 somewhere between 24 to 48 hours. I don't remember when we first dropped those tickets, man. It's got a lot of buzz in the streets.
Yes, it does.
It's a film where I was in Whole Foods and this guy kept looking at me and pointing his finger. He was like, man, bro. And I was like,
yes.
Tyrant. He was like,
yes. Yes.
I was in the post office, and it's funny. It's the post office I go to all the time. And I told the lady about the film. She was like, "You been in anything?" I was like, "Yeah, we got Tyrant on Tubi." She was like, "Tubi? You did a Tubi movie?" I was like, "It's good movies on Tubi."
Yes,
Tubi
there is.
Not all.
But Tubi is known for having some suspect.
Yeah, I mean, but
stuff up there.
That's true. But they got great movies on there too. So they got great movies, great TV series, everything.
So what high school did you go to, bro?
Julian.
You went to Julian.
Julian with B. Cole.
Okay. Percy L. Julian. You went to Julian.
Yes.
Now, y'all had some amazing people that graduated from Julian.
Yes, we did.
Y'all had some crazy people that graduated from Julian. It didn't make Julian any less credible.
Thank you.
Of a school, just because there was some crazy people that happened to go there.
Oh no, right. You're exactly right.
So and that's it.
And it's the same with Tubi. Tubi has some amazing movies, but they also give independent artists an opportunity to showcase their work, to put their stuff out there, to be brave, to have a platform where they can be seen, where they can get their feet wet, and where they can get experience.
Yep.
So my hat's off to Tubi, and I mean they're the #1 streaming platform. Actually, they have more streams daily than any other streaming platform, which is crazy. And it's partially because people are looking for crazy movies, but you run across gems like Tyrant.
And Tyrant, our movie Roman, the movies I've done, To Death Do Us, different movies. I Used to Love Her. All of those movies are on there, and people are watching. They love it. And like Mel said, we can't go anywhere without people noticing us and pointing out some movies. I was out in Memphis and Arkansas. I got a whole Filipino fan group I didn't even know about until they saw me. And I'm like, it's cool. And I want to give a big shout out to Bo Deal. Bo Deal has done some amazing writing on the movies, the 2 movies, as well as the series, depicting Chicago the way no one else has done it, and showing Chicago in its realness in every aspect of the game. And it's great writing. We got great acting, and it's going to be an awesome experience. I can't wait for Tyrant 2 to drop. I can't wait for the series to drop, because this is going to be talked about like Boys in the Hood and all those other films. People are going to be talking about Tyrant for a long time, the 2 movies as well as the series. So y'all need to get ready.
Yeah, you said Bo did some amazing writing. You didn't say that about the scene that I wrote when you died.
We already talked about that.
But you didn't say it was amazing. You didn't give me no shout out.
I did say it was a good scene. Didn't I say it was a good scene?
You said it was a good scene.
Mel, I did say it was a good scene.
Don't pay me no attention to me.
I said it was a good scene. So I want to say, let's go Tyrant 2, November 16th. Make sure you get your ticket if there's any left. Let me tell you something. There can be so many people that request tickets that they have to do a third screening. So just keep trying to get your tickets. Make sure you go on the website. Go to Bo Deal's Instagram, Mel's Instagram, everywhere. Everybody that's in Tyrant, check out my Instagram. You can send us messages. We'll put them out there. Let people know that you've seen one, that you really want to see two, because it's going to be awesome. After you see two, make sure you take pictures on the red carpet. There's going to be red carpet. There's going to be a question and answer session afterwards. We want you guys to come out. Chicago, stand up, because the world is standing up and paying note. So we want you guys to support this movement, because it is a great one and one that's going to be remembered. Mel, I need you to do me a favor. We need to talk to Bo Deal about killing Fly Guy off in the series. Give him we're gonna
yeah, kill me off, bro.
Trying to get you killed, man.
Right now, he want me to die.
Hey, Mel, let's see if I can write a killing scene. No, I'm just...
but we do have a great cast, man. Like the young lady that plays Ronnie, she does an amazing job. Her character is so real. My boy Tay, the actor who plays Kato, who's like my son in the film,
right.
Tay kills it. We have
shout out to my boys Mick and Merch. Mick and Merch,
yeah.
my right hand man, Bully,
yeah,
all of them.
They do a great job, man. 10K Kobe, who's a Chicago rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that kid stepped in when we needed him, had to fill in for somebody else, and he smashed his role. He smashed his role, man. And then
that's some great talent.
Yeah, man, great talent. My
shout out to Ashley.
My girl, Ashley. That's who plays
Chicago Outlaw. Right. Shout out to Tay. All y'all.
Yeah, we ain't gonna shout out Outlaw. Outlaw ain't nobody. I'm just kidding. Y'all.
Oh, hey, wait. Mel, let's not forget. We gotta shout out Breezy and we gotta shout out Alvin. Alvin Breezy shot this thing.
Alvin, yep. Doing a great job.
Okay.
And even Cassandra Bell too.
Cassandra Bell, yes.
Who stepped in for the series. And Larita, who plays my love interest in the film.
They gave you a love interest?
Yeah, dog. You know, I had a girl in part 1.
Big Ricky. Oh, I had a girlfriend in part 1.
Yeah.
I had a couple of them.
See what happened when you die? You forget what happened.
Right. hey, Mel, I had a baby mama and a girlfriend. No, I'm joking. All right, hey, but Mel, thank you so much for coming on, man. We only got a few minutes left on the show. I want to thank you for taking the time. I know Bo Deal is really busy. He busy writing and getting stuff together for the premiere. I talked to him earlier today. Shout out to Bo Deal. Hey, keep doing your thing, brother. I've been knowing Bo Deal since before I did the Waka Flocka video busting at him years ago. And he's just been on the grind, doing stuff for the community neighborhoods. He goes to Houston a lot. I think it's Houston and Atlanta, right? He goes there a lot and does a lot out there. And he's always bringing light to the streets in a good way and trying to show young brothers how they can get it the right way. What's up, Sarah Saigon? Good to see you. But Mel, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I love you. And pretty soon, Mel and I are going to be talking to you guys about some business opportunities, because us as a people, it's time for us to change our mindset so we can change the narrative of our generation. So thank you, Mel.
No doubt.
There you go.
I'll take my tyrant hat off for that conversation.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate what you guys do every week, man. You and Fly Guy, man. Y'all are really bringing light to a lot of situations and having conversations that the community needs to hear. So shout out to y'all as well, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Thank you, brother.
Peace,
love, man.
Peace and blessings.
Right, no doubt. Peace.
So, guys, that was Mel Roberson, the Total Gent. You can follow him on Instagram, Facebook, and everything at the Total Gent, and follow Bo Deal, the real Bo Deal, and follow Tyrant. The new movie is coming out. Make sure you guys get in tune, because it's going to be a good one. So, yeah. So, Fly Guy. So tired. So Fly Guy, what's going on, man? Let's let's
talk to me about the NFL Sunday and Monday Night Football. What was Simbo's picks?
Man, let me tell you something about football. Monday night.
Take us to the turf, brother.
I'm gonna start with Monday night. Earl, do you watch football, Earl? Earl don't watch football, so he can't even get in on this conversation. So Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry from the Baltimore Ravens ran over Tampa Bay like they stole something. I'm talking about like they stole something. What's up to everybody tuning in? Thank y'all for tuning in. Ran over them like they stole something. Lamar Jackson is playing out of his mind. He was last year's MVP. Derrick Henry looked like he's going to be this year's MVP, and there's been some good games going on. Green Bay won at the last second. They beat Minnesota
Chicago. We don't like Green Bay.
They didn't beat Minnesota. I'll take that back. But they won at the last second. And there was a lot of upsets. There was a lot. New England got beat in London by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it was a lot of upsets yesterday. And Kansas City Chiefs, they beat the 49ers, and they beat them pretty handily. So it was a good day for football. The Bears had the day off. So the Bears will be playing coming up after they won last week in London. So
and I think my Lions won.
Oh, I can't.
Detroit.
Motown. Hey, let me tell you, Detroit beat Minnesota. That's
who beat Minnesota by 2 points.
With that field goal, and then they had a big defensive stop. So shout out to Detroit. Detroit doing their thing. They the real deal.
D-Town, yes.
So you guys better look out for Detroit because they're doing their thing. And Houston is doing their thing, and it's just gonna be up for grabs this year. So watch football when you can. But let me say this real quick about basketball. Only one thing I have to say about basketball. Tonight, history will be made. LeBron James will be playing with his son, Bronny James. First time in the NBA history that you have a father-son on the same team. Now, we had Ken Griffey Jr. and his son played together. They played baseball. There's a lot of notable players that played on the same team, but this is the first time it's ever happened in professional basketball. So, shout out to LeBron James, Bronny James. Got my LeBron.
Who are the Lakers playing?
2019, and it's going down.
Who are the Lakers playing?
I forgot.
Okay.
I didn't care. All I knew is the game was coming on.
What time is the game on?
The game comes on at, I think, 9:30 our time.
Okay. All right. So we'll have to check that out.
So I'm going to watch the game
tonight. Bronny, because I haven't heard any good things about Bronny.
He's doing okay. He's had.
I think his father is pushing him out there, which is cool.
Yeah.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm a supporter of LeBron James. Yeah. I think LeBron James is the best in the NBA, but that's according to the likes
22 years. 22
That's according
years.
to the likes of Fly Guy. I'm big. I stand strong behind my brother LeBron.
Me too.
I think he's the GOAT off the court as well. He started a school. He has a great foundation. He's put kids in college from Akron. He's done a lot of great things. And I just the brother has a push that is in a league of his own. You know, he's been identified as the oldest in the NBA, and he's still, to me, he's still functioning like he's 26.
Oh yeah,
he got good energy. He's an athlete.
He's hooping.
He is really an athlete, and he set the bar. And so I'm all team LeBron. So I hope that he and Bronny do good. I hope they get off to a good start. And because he set the bar, this is a trailblazing moment. Kudos to LeBron and Bronny, and kudos to LeBron for setting the bar and being able to experience his son following in his footsteps.
I'm gonna have to wear these shoes one day.
Yeah, so Simbo, talk to me about reality. This is Real Talk, and we are looking at reality, diversifying your brand, pros and cons. So we're gonna look at Snoop Dogg. We're gonna use Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop Dogg doing this thing.
Snoop Dogg has diversified his brand from urban California to the Olympics host. He's got a wine brand on 19 Crimes.
I drink it.
He's
it's good.
He's got Cali Red, Cali Rose, and Cali Gold. He's working with Martha Stewart. He is a judge now on The Voice. So it's interesting, when Oprah was partnering with White America, people said she was not acknowledging her own, and that she was an Oreo and she was playing to the other side. This brother then went from the hood to kicking it with Martha Stewart.
Hey, but
I didn't say whether he was
no,
I didn't say he was
but the difference,
Oreo. I'm
no,
just
right.
saying diversifying your brand.
Yeah, but the difference in that Snoop still keep it real. He keep it gangster. Like
so Oprah wasn't keeping it real.
She was not.
Why,
she wasn't
why
on
wasn't
TV
she
smoking
keeping it real?
weed, crip walking.
She ain't gotta smoke
rapping.
weed. She didn't smoke weed in the first place.
No, but still, she ain't do nothing that real.
So she didn't do nothing
do.
that real black people do. That's what you're getting ready to say.
No,
real black people smoke weed.
Or we can't say the N word, right? Okay.
Real black people smoke weed. She don't do nothing that real black people do. I was gonna say with
the A, Earl, not with the R. No, but Snoop keep it real, bro. And Snoop getting that bag. And that's all I got to say about that.
Ain't nobody mad at the brother. But what if you gonna hold one person accountable for partnering with white America, you need to hold everybody to that.
Nope.
But I ain't mad at the brother.
I ain't holding
because
him
it
to
seems
nothing.
like
I ain't holding him to nothing because he keep it real as a $100 bill.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother.
So I ain't holding him
that's
to that.
exactly what happened with Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston, people didn't think she was R&B. She wasn't black enough. They said she was pop because her music not only catered to a black audience, but it catered to other audiences.
And they made her a lot of money.
And when you diversify your brand, that's smart.
That is smart. Why wouldn't you?
Because you need more than just one group of people.
I speak to black people and I speak to white people. I speak to Spanish people. I speak to Asian people. I speak to the whole rainbow.
As you should.
And just like we do on this show.
But I think it's very interesting that this brother went from rap music, calling women B&H's, all through urban music, hip hop.
It was just music.
Rap. No, it wasn't just music.
He had a wife and had a mother.
It don't matter.
Dude.
You don't refer to women as such.
Hold on. This is the same guy, everybody, that last week told me when I said women shouldn't be online shaking their booty with their booty and their boobies out. He said it's okay. This is the 21st century. They doing it. That's what's in now.
But I'm not calling names. I'm not calling names. I didn't refer to if that's Shakita on there. I didn't refer to her as nothing but Shakita. I didn't refer to her as a negative name.
Okay.
I didn't say anything disparaging. And how she choose to come out on her social media, that's how she choose to come out. If she don't want to keep Victoria's Secret, sell it all.
True.
I ain't mad at her.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Sarah, she don't need a ventriloquist. She don't need a ventriloquist. She don't need me to speak for her. She speak for herself.
Okay.
But this brother went from referring to women as less than in music to now he is of a whole nother caliber. And I just give him kudos. I think
it's called maturity.
Well, it could be.
Yeah, remember, look at where he came from. He was young.
That's the point I'm making,
that's
brother.
what was it. I'm with
you.
So
at the end of the day, I'm applauding the brother.
I'm with you on that.
I'm applauding the brother for embracing his success and walking upright, walking in his authority, being who he is, and living out loud. Exactly. That's all I'm applauding the brother.
I mean, look at the fly
I think
guy.
It's interesting, but the brother's living out loud.
Look at the fly guy. He grew up in the hood. Now he's wearing cowboy hats. Go figure.
Who said I grew up in the hood?
I
grew up in the upper crust of road.
Oh my God, the upper crust. This bougie.
Yes.
Hey, yo, we gotta get up out of here.
I grew up in the.
I'm from the west side. Y'all
the west
know that.
Side, where they hit freight trains, buses, the red line.
Hey, Earl, he said the upper crust. I know. We gotta get out of here. Hey man, let's give him my thought.
Inspiration, baby. Keep your head up. In the words of Tupac, since we talking about hard hip hop. In the words of my dude Tupac, that was Fly Guy's boy. Tupac said, keep your head up. And that's what we need to do. Keep your head up. Hold on. Hold the God's unchanging hand. No matter what you do from this day forward, have a little talk with Jesus, because just a little talk with Jesus will make everything in your life all right.
And in the words of my man Snoop Dogg, ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. And when I say G thing, I'm talking about good. I'm talking about God. I'm talking about greatness. And I'm talking about you walking in it. You have to understand and know that everything that you want to do, everything you dream of doing, it is up to you. Don't let nobody stop you. Your greatness will come out and people will see your light shine. Be symbolic, be great. The Real Talk Podcast, your man, Mr. Chicago, and the Fly Guy, the duo, baby.
There you go, baby. Fly high or stay at home.
That's a new one. Let's go.